All right. Hey, everybody. This is Matt Finch, and this is the Heroes of Jordoba 5th edition D&D campaign ongoing. And we have with us all of our players. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves real quick?
Hi, I'm Gabe, and I play Dane.
Hi, Gabe.
Hi. Did you what? Dane is a dwarf.
That's what. Just keep filling there.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I am a backpack, aka Jiglet, aka Zephna. But I'll just go by backpack. Sounds good.
Wasn't Tittles?
You've had so many different.
You know.
Oh, do you want to go, or do you want Zach to go?
Sure. I'll go quick. I'm Alla. I play just Steve. He's an Elven Ranger.
Okay, so sorry.
You don't get to go, Ian.
No, I don't want to go.
Okay, you don't want to go.
No,
that's Ian. He's out. Okay. It looks like we may be loading Emily's video again, but okay. So the party last time ventured off to Stralkai, and while they were there, they managed to defeat a dragon and get back Ian's cleric's good favor with his goddess Saint Muriel, and they also got a hold of a guy who could repair the windjammer part of the giant wind chime that is at just Steve's home of High Beach, which is just across the straits from the city of Jordoba. And so the plan was that everyone was going to venture onward toward High Beach. And so let's give Emily just a second to get reconnected. It looks like she dropped off the call, and then we can start. I will be gathering my dice and putting them up here on the desk.
Oh, dice. I probably need those, huh? Good idea.
You don't need D&D to play dice, but they usually help.
In the immortal words of Willy Wonka, wait, reverse that. Thank you. There she is. All right.
Sorry about that.
Camera's working and everything. We're all good. Okay, so I was just giving the quick background about how you guys are on your way now toward High Beach for getting the windjammer thing on the chime fixed. So you're going to have an overland journey, first on your way to Jordoba, probably to pick up a galley that's crossing the straits. And then on the far side of the straits is the elven community of High Beach. So any prep before you are leaving?
Yeah, can I find like a whole bunch of baking soda?
Yes.
Like 2 sacks, 3 sacks?
Yes.
All right. How much will that cost?
It's a dwarven citadel, so I'm figuring that stuff like that's going to be available. 3 giant sacks of baking soda. I don't know. Just call it 5 gold pieces.
All right.
Are you going to buy any vinegar with that?
I'm thinking it like it's a base, so if there's like another ankh egg, I could throw it in its mouth.
Good thinking.
Reasonable thinking, actually.
Strange for you, Ian. Awesome.
I would have gotten like just regular soap, but I guess that will do.
Well, soap they made with lye. Is lye a base? I guess any soap's pretty much got to be a base. Anyway, you know what?
Anyway, yeah.
We're already down nerd rabbit hole number 1, talking about the chemistry of things. So
chemistry in my fantasy.
So we'll back out of the chemistry rabbit hole, because I got you were talking, Emily, about failing a grade in math. Boy, I can't. I got a D in high school chemistry. So that's why I'm so good at making shit up for
Exactly.
For the way that fantasy, alchemy works, because that's what I did on my tests. Okay.
I want to make it clear. I have the eye right now. for
Okay.
Doka's eye.
Okay.
Pulling that out there.
All right, so
Okay.
you guys, now Sir Albrecht has nightly duties that he has to take care of in Strolkai, so he's going to be catching up with you guys on a fast donkey whenever it is that he has a chance to catch up with you guys.
He's
So-
not gonna
Ride the
take the
practice
box.
sheep.
I was gonna say he's not gonna just take a box teleporter and just appear randomly in a box or chest or heck,
Well-
even his own backpack.
It's called a blackout.
In his own backpack would be hilarious.
It would.
be getting crowded in there.
That's the point.
But he goes and climbs into that stuff. It's not like he can teleport there. It just seems that way to you guys because he always sneaks around you and then gets into the thing, whatever it is. All right, so you head out. Are you mounted or are you walking? Trudging down the trail.
I'm walking.
Well,
I'm a big fan of donkey. Oh, well, okay, I need to get into the accent, but I'm all for taking a donkey.
Okay.
We'll get around donkey.
me
Well, I
too.
remember what
My
happened
legs
to our
are not.
last mounts.
Okay, so
Oh.
everybody gets a donkey.
Just all right.
They're probably 20 gold or something like that.
Dane, you're gonna have to sign for this one for me. I have a
Still on
probation period where I'm not allowed to rent donkeys.
Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right,
Appreciate
so
it.
mounted on donkeys with Steve's feet almost dragging along the ground but not quite. You guys head down the trail. You get to the town of Django without any incident. You're able to stay the night there.
I'd like
everybody-
to roll to surprise the Onkegs.
It costs a gold piece a night for everybody to stay in the inn. So mark off a gold piece.
How much was the donkey as well?
20.
20, I think. I'm just guessing.
Well,
I mean,
that's
I can check.
called,
We'll
that's
just do
called
20.
DMing.
Yeah,
it
is.
Expensive donkey.
Well, it's marked up because of the rampant donkey abuse that has been happening.
Yeah.
So you
yeah.
really gotta want the donkey.
Some of the
It's
donkeys have been
actually
running
only
away and
five-
hiding in the
five.
hills.
But I saw you were with me, so
It's only 5 gold pieces for a donkey?
I'm making
A gold piece is a lot.
All right, no, it's 20 gold pieces for a donkey. They're dwarven donkeys.
They're sturdy.
Yeah,
It's a
very strong.
very strong breed.
A strong breed, yes.
exceptionally short and bearded.
Yeah, that's the thing is they've got sort of a goat-like tuft at the under the chin of the pony. So, so you guys safely get from Django to Jordoba. So on your donkeys, you ride through the Crow's Gate and on into St. Muriel's Square, and then there's the Centipede Way, Centipede Corridor, which is a broad, long street. You take that street, wending around, and unless you want to stop in Jordoba, you go directly to the docks. No?
Can
Okay.
we see from outside of Jordoba where the missing blocks? We see like a big empty area where all the buildings have collapsed.
Yes, I mean you're going right through that area. So a lot of the buildings, the way they were prior to the earthquake, were sort of almost like stacked up on top of each other, very tall sort of things with little staircases and ladders and things like that along there. The top 2 or 3 levels of those have basically gone, boom, 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 like a wedding cake disaster. So yeah, I mean that's all there. There's rubble. You see a couple of your friends, working on things. Dwarves from the Hammerstroll clan who've been hired to put things back together. There's even quite a bit of activity going on with the Temple of St. Muriel. So they've gotten some money from somewhere to start rebuilding that. Considerable money, it looks like. And then you go on to Centipede Corridor and you go on to the docks. And, the docks are bustling. There's, huge piles of spices and, bales of different foodstuffs and commodities and things like that. And most of the ships that are in the harbor are galleys, because most of the trade around here is coastal. So, anything from 50 to 100 feet long. Some of them are. With most of them only have one bank of rowers, so they're not the great big triremes or anything like that. And there are walking around various agents there. Who will help people book passage, but you guys are not going far, and there are there's one galley where they're just like crossing the straits, and people are bringing on their donkeys and stuff that's crossing over. So it will cost each of you 5 gold pieces to take passage on this galley across to the other side of the straits.
Wait, we're going on a boat?
Yeah, dude. We're on the other
Isn't there
side
like
of the strait.
Is there a way we could walk?
Across water?
Not without getting very, very wet.
But okay.
Dude, are you like afraid of water? Because I got something that'll help for that.
No.
Probably opium.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say opium. I was gonna say something else. This acid, but
I have
mean,
a religious prohibition against paying for travel by boat.
Really?
well, I can pay for you.
Okay.
If that's
You
if that's
notice
help.
how he's just getting out of all of these fees somehow.
He's got nothing to say about that. Look at that poker
Dane
face.
is paying
I
for his
would-
donkey.
No, I did not pay for his donkey.
I paid him for that.
Oh, you paid him for his donkey.
I know his ways. I would not. No, it is charity for him. I was going to suggest perhaps you could wash dishes on the way, or maybe swab deck of some kind. But
Well, they're always looking for people to help row.
if you want to pay for
Options.
him, it is your prerogative.
They won't hire him as a rower anyway. He's too short. He'd just go back and forth on the end of his oar.
That is a job discrimination right there.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just like put a bucket under him or something so he can.
Like a
I'll
chest.
Perhaps
See
you
chest.
can just threaten to sue, and they will take you out of not wanting to get taken to court.
I'm sure there's a Kenku lawyer
I
somewhere
think he's
that would help
seen
us with
enough litigation already. So why don't we just? I'll pay the good old galley captain the 5 GP to get you on a freaking boat.
that. Thanks.
Now, this
Five
5 GP fee, it also includes transport for donkeys, yes?
Yeah, that'll get your donkeys on there too.
Okay,
Oh,
excellent.
All right, so they, after they wait another, 2 hours or so, bringing people onto the boat, and then once they've filled up, one bank of rowers, they push off. One bank of rowers goes to get the boat, turned, and then they start going across. There's a guy, drumming the thing. The oars are going back and forth, creating a wake, and so it looks almost like white wings to the sides of the boat, because all these oars are moving, perfectly simultaneously as it goes. And you guys cross over the dark, almost purplish water of the straits. You land at a small town on the other side that's really just a part of Jordoba that handles the people transiting from one place to another. And there, it's pretty much the end of the day, so you guys might want to go ahead and get rooms at an inn for the night, unless you want to try and press on toward High Beach during the night.
All right, we'll look for a suitable inn.
Okay. It's a gold piece a night at the inn there. And so you go in, it's a large, fairly standard inn, large courtyard, buildings around it. They do have a common room where you guys can get food. So you're able to go in and get dinner from the cost of your gold piece.
I will eat more than my fill. Is this buffet style?
It is. You know, the funny thing is they don't kick halflings out because although you guys eat a ton, you're still small enough that you're not actually
Like,
using
10
up.
portions is like one.
Right,
for
exactly.
Is
So-
does the little town, is it just called Jordoba or like Port Jord or something like that? Does it have a name?
No,
Apart from-
it doesn't.
Okay.
No name.
So
It's
small.
highlighted.
So not even on the map.
What's this room like? What's our sort of like the room here at the inn? Not our bedrooms, but the dining area. Is there a good spot where I could possibly perform?
There absolutely is. They've
All
got
right.
they've got a small stage that's built in. So apparently, a lot of times they have musicians there.
Oh, so they're used to hosting world-class, famous musicians like Backpack, the one and only. This
Yeah,
is how I will flaunt myself to the innkeep.
Backpack and the Carriers.
Mm.
We're like her backup dancers.
Yeah, they can all dance sexy. I swear.
Okay, so the innkeeper's like, sure, yeah, go ahead. Everybody likes music. You can put out a hat. People probably throw you, enough to, pay for, a dinner tomorrow or something.
Awesome.
Okay, so you're going to go up and start playing?
Yeah, let's do it.
Roll a d20 for me.
15.
Okay, so yeah, you are jamming up there, and
Did you want me to do a performance check? Is that what you were?
that's what you just did, yeah. Do you have a
Okay, so I have a +6 to performance. So that
yeah?
would've been
So you're up at a 21 on the
Yeah,
roll.
okay.
There. So yeah, so you're jamming, and so first you sort of slide into just a sort of sea shanty type of number. And then where do you want to take it from there? You want to try and get people dancing? Do you want to try getting people, sad and maudlin, where they might talk to you guys? Or do you want to do something catchy, where they're going to, maybe throw money at you? What direction do you want to take it? You know all kinds of songs and poems and things like that.
I want to go heartfelt, but I also want to toy with them a little. So this whole what is it called? This whole performance, we will start off with a very melancholy, heart wrenching,
How about
ballad, and then, huh?
What about a song about Sir Albrecht who defeated the dragon?
Yes, and then yes, we will have a rousing, inspirational tune of
Okay.
Sir Albrecht and the Dragon Ball Chompers,
All right.
and yes.
Ball chompers, are you going to take that approach in the song?
It will sound super heroic, but
Okay.
yes.
All right, so you're doing a heroic ballad of Sir Albrecht, and in particular, there are a couple of dwarves off in the corner who begin, cheering at every single verse, and you're making the stuff up as you go, and so they start cheering at every verse and drinking to Sir Albrecht, and there are a couple of Kenku over in the corner, and then the dwarves begin demanding that the Kenku also drink to Sir Albrecht. And there's a possibility of a fight breaking out. What do you do?
I will play just a sort of very heartwarming, beautiful song about everyone becoming friends and peace on Jordoba, and
Are you a Kenku or a Kentku?
exactly. This will inspire everyone to feel like being friends. And my backup dancers, will, basically doing an interpretive dance.
Okay.
What?
Showing.
I mean, we could try.
Yeah, maybe they need to all roll performance.
Yeah. Okay.
too.
Roll
Oh,
perform.
boy.
Everyone who is helping
Oh, shit.
dance.
Oh shit.
For the record, Dana's not helping dance.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither am I.
Okay.
What?
So
Where's
it's just
where's your
This
Steve
this
will-
is very
Steve
much
will do it.
elven work. Good
Alright.
job. Steve.
Yeah.
But what did you roll?
Dane-
Steve?
Oh, I'm pulling up a sheet just to see if I have a penalty to this or not. Oh.
That golden comb looks great in your beard.
Oh, it's actually a 16. It's not that bad.
Okay,
Not
so
so
you're
bad.
able to keep up with the tune and the rhythm, which is not easy because you've never Backpack is making this up as she goes along, so you're having to sort of anticipate where it's going to go from there. The two dwarves become very, very maudlin now, and they're sitting down drinking with the Kenku, except for one of them who has gotten so drunk that he's fallen down with his face in his porridge. The other dwarf walks over to you guys and dumps 20 gold pieces into the hat that you've got out there.
Oh.
And then he heads back to where he was sitting from. And at this point, you also notice one person back in the corner, Emily, who is someone that you vaguely recognize from your Bard's College.
Like a professor or a classmate or
No, just
a townie?
another bard. So
Okay.
one of the group that sort of go out, scout around, bring in knowledge, that sort of thing.
Gotcha.
To the Bard's College.
Of the clan.
Yeah, exactly. So that's out there too. And you finish up your number, and everybody is clapping except for the dwarf in the porridge. What do you guys do next? I'm looking for my notes here. So.
I want to kind of do like a little secret signal to my dwarven buddies in the audience here.
Okay.
And kind of point you guys over to the dude that just dropped the 20 gold.
So show us the symbol that you give us.
Yeah.
Interpretive dancing.
Yeah.
All right. So Steve is busy trying to obscure the fact that this conversation is going on by making all sorts of symbols of his own. All right, Curzon, Dane, what do you guys do based on those symbols?
I'll walk over and say, "Hey, the bard wanted me to talk to you."
All right. Yeah, she's a good bard. Short for a dwarf, but he's pretty drunk.
She does fit in the backpack.
Fits in a backpack.
Are you McHammerstall's are headed over to do some work, or where are you headed?
Oh yeah, we're not actually Hammerstrolls because we're not from Stroll Kai. We're off from the west. But yeah, we heard that there was lots of buildings. Somebody caused an earthquake, a god, some sort of divine something or other. But foundations are foundations, as we say.
Actually, all the work has been stalled due to permitting issues.
Oh, that's not good. That's a shame.
So, did you bring a license with you?
No.
Like a letter of introduction for architecture or anything like that?
No.
You should probably head back west and get that before you get to the city.
Well, you're from Jordoba, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You could write me one, right?
Oh, definitely. I definitely could. Do you need one?
Well, yeah, we don't have one, and I don't want to head back west.
Sure. I could do one. My standard charge is 100 gold. I'll do it for you for 50.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
All right, no problem. I will use. Let's see what skills we have. Oh, I will definitely write him a letter.
Okay.
I'll just make it sort of like Albrecht because I've read that a dozen times.
Yeah, you know exactly because Albrecht shows it to you like daily. So.
Yeah.
Did
you know I have it? And when he doesn't know where it is, it's usually me holding it. So yeah. I will write him out one.
Okay, so you write him an introductory letter of introduction to the Architects Guild, and so he's very pleased about that, and he drags his companion up to where they're sleeping so that they can sleep it off. You guys get back together again at your table.
So what did you want us to do with that guy?
Did you want us to be scamming him? Because I feel like that is what happened.
That's
That was
exactly
not
what
a-
I wanted you to do.
I don't see that any of that happens.
Honestly, I thought you little dudes were just gonna rob him out back, but scamming is okay.
I would never.
I don't
want
want to hurt the guy, but you know. He
I mean, he
obviously-
seems
Right.
like he's an
If
idiot.
he can
loaded.
drop a 20
just
spot.
to be clear, why did you pick this particular dwarf to scam? I'm very curious.
Because he's the one who was showing his bills. You know, he just dropped a 20 spot in my hat. So you know, I
because
knew
he
I knew he was rolling in the
appreciated
dough.
Okay. It seems.
He wasn't from Strollkai, so.
There is that.
Hey, I was pointing it out. You guys did what you would with it.
I helped him out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who,
see,
kn-
it
who
was
knows? Maybe
mutually
he's actually gonna.
beneficial.
Maybe he's actually gonna need a letter of the architect. It's a reasonably decent forgery. So
I also want to go. I want to go talk to this potential colleague of mine.
Okay.
In that corner.
all right. So you head over to there. All right.
Mhm.
He says, so you're Zephna, right?
Something like that. I go by backpack now.
Backpack. All right. Well, I'm Raphael. I don't know if you remember me from the college at all, but
I remember your face, but not the name. You know, when you're a world-class performer like myself, it's hard to keep track of everybody. So
One of-
sorry.
one of his eyebrows sort of goes up. And he says, well, yes, I guess that's probably true. I was a world-class performer. He says, there's, I'm glad that I ran in to someone from the guild because I'm about to go and research an old map that I've got that I think will let the college trace down a copy of the Mandragora sequence, which is, you know vaguely what that is. It's some sort of poem, historical poem. There's a library in the wilderness, and so I'm going to head out there tomorrow, and he sort of sketches you out a map. And he says, that's where it is. So if you would check with the college, and if I don't come back in a month, let them know that was where I was headed to.
So you have notified no one other than me about your whereabouts?
Well, I only found out about this lead today. Oh my God, we've got another Ian in the party.
Look, I know where this is going, and I'm suddenly terrified.
So he says, yeah, I only got this copy of the map yesterday, and so I was going to go head out immediately.
Mm.
So it's very, very fortunate that I met you. So there's
Of
there's
course,
a copy of the map.
I will keep this very safe. And
thank
yes, I do wish you the best in your endeavor, and hope that no harm befalls you.
Especially with the wide-eyed, crazy eyes going.
Yeah, I think you can get away with that when you're a halfling, though.
And
'Cause,
you
know,
guys were down on me for being, your patron is evil tentacle god. Jeez.
That's still accurate.
Okay,
No,
so
but I do genuinely wish him well, and roll that up and tie it up tight, and keep that safe in my backpack.
backpack. It's like matryoshka dolls eventually.
You're right. Like a backpack within a backpack. Yes. Of increasingly smaller creatures carrying backpacks inside each one.
That's right. One day you may have like a pixie that's following you around yours. All right. So the night sort of draws to a close there, and Backpack does get called up, to do one more number, and does that. And you guys go off to your separate rooms, and I assume you're locking doors and doing stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I'm sharing with Dane.
You are? Okay.
Yep.
How much have you spent on this journey so far? Because it's like
Yeah, this journey, I mean, you are just
How much does
happing
it
us
cost
out of
me?
everything.
slumming
So far, negative 29. Listen, the Temple of Muriel's going up. It's gonna need a lot like new tapestries and floor
That is
mats.
true.
Yeah, he's on the lookout for,
Just because we have achieved a modicum of success does not mean we have to go spend gold pieces willy-nilly like that,
Which is the second pillar of dwarven wisdom.
Yeah.
Do not spend willy-nilly.
Or gold pieces. Whenever possible.
Your own gold pieces.
It's
Where?
just because you've got the Arkenstone doesn't mean
Oh,
you have to
yes.
spend the gold.
Well,
You can spend willy-nilly of someone else's gold pieces.
in the mind of optimistic dwarf, all gold pieces are dwarf gold pieces. It's just how it works.
Very true.
That's right.
And you didn't want us to scan this guy?
I didn't scam
Every
them.
every gold piece has the potential within it to become dwarven.
Yeah.
Those, to be fair, those
And
gold
the
pieces
desire.
already dwarven gold pieces. Specific dwarf, a little bit less important. Still important, but not quite as important. But I feel like I'm getting in danger of typecast at this point. So let's just continue and move on.
Well, at least you didn't drop into a Scottish accent.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you guys, you wake up in the morning. You have breakfast in the common room. Nothing untoward happens. The
Is all of
dwarves,
our gold in our possession, though? Because there
Yes.
were Kenku around.
yes.
Mhm.
Keep an eye on the Kenku.
Gotta keep our eyes on the city chickens.
So, wow.
I
Yeah.
don't say that out
It-
loud.
it's
in the
very
bar
racist.
area.
Treats us like stereotypes.
Wow.
So you guys
Anyway.
head onward on your donkeys toward High Beach, and that is sort of circling around the coastline. You do see one or two, sea monsters out in the middle region of the straits. And there are also lots of dolphins near the shore. So
Mhm.
Dane, did you pick one of them to worship this time?
No, I'm still on the beard guy. It's been good to me so far.
I'm just making sure there's not another evil deity or demon you could make a pact with.
Well, night is still young, so who knows?
Yeah, but I'll keep my eye out.
Yeah.
yeah, Dane's fickle about his patrons.
Whichever has the best beard, really.
Yeah,
I-
just
I
follow
don't.
in the
I'll be honest. I don't even know the name of the current one. I just told him to
That's
myself.
never been a problem before.
I address my my prayers and whatever absolutions to. I call him bearded bastard. Is personal name for him.
Glenn, the whole
Well,
Gabe.
that was not even any combination of my actual name or my fake name. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was. It was Gabe and Dane.
You okay? Sure.
A whole bunch of
We'll go with that.
Well,
All right.
this is, the opium is already starting to hit everybody.
There we go. So, Gabe, the whole problem with your first patron was also that you didn't know what his name was.
Look, when a weird being offers you tons of power, you don't ask the details.
When making
the
yes,
fine
exactly.
print.
Devil is in details, and I will not make pact with devil. I know his name.
You do now, yeah.
What's his name?
It's just devil, right? You say he has another name?
No, of course not.
Oh boy.
Everything's on the table. Let's go.
Okay, so you head on along past the dolphins, and eventually you get to High Beach, and so High Beach is a whole bunch of promontories, not promontories, rock up thrusts all along the
thrusts?
coast, huh?
outcrops, cliffs.
Outcrops, yeah, but they're upward. Promontories are outward. These are upward. And then there's like there's a beach, a silver beach all around that, and then from there, forests begin to extend toward the interior, and those forests, as just Steve knows, go quite a ways. They part of it is the elven forest. That's always been protected, you know, and is sort of a nice place with the chipmunks and everything. And then forest that was way further out, the really, you know, wild stuff. When all the cataclysms and stuff happened, that began growing in closer, and so now you've got this. The two forests have basically joined up along this area, and so there's this ribbon of forest leading deeper into the interior. But the area around High Beach, you know, itself is your basic Disney forest.
We've got some of like the best mushrooms you guys will have ever licked.
Yeah, one of the businesses
gonna put those mushrooms in the desert to shame, y'all.
The one of the exports from High Beach is all sorts of alchemical derivatives, and this is one of the reasons why, you know, Steve's familiar with it.
We bring the Disney forest to you. Definitely be skipping through it in no time.
I totally want to frolic right now.
Yeah, no, this is a
girl.
This is a frolicsome place. It's it's one of the drug dealer capitals of the nearby area. So they even have some of the poppies growing out there that, you know, are used for the opium. So that's what High Beach does.
It's
for the most
Jordoba's British Columbia.
Our main export is fun.
And so up at the top of the very highest of the rock outcroppings, there's this extraordinarily beautiful and ornate metal structure up there that spreads out and then has leaves that would normally be turning in the wind, except that the whole thing is completely stopped and not working. And you guys do have that dwarf with you. He was coming along with you to the guy who helped build it in the first place.
I was wondering about that, but I wasn't going to say anything because I thought it would be funny if he didn't come with us.
Yeah, no, it would. But no, he's been coming along with you guys. You managed to conceal from him, you know, when you basically rolled the other dwarf. But for one of the hammer strolls, he's pretty subdued. I mean, he didn't get in any more than one fight when you guys were in the inn, and it sounds like it was even possibly justified. So
it was. I saw it.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys wend your way upward toward this area of the promontory, and there's sort of a right up against between the rock outcroppings and the beach. There's sort of an area where again, this is carved stone. The dwarves did a lot here, leading up to terraces going up the promontory, so that lots of people, you know, there's lots of balconies and things looking out over the water, and most of the terraces have gardens, and, you know, so, and it's very, very fragrant. The smell from the place, just flowery, sort of wafts over you, and all of you get a little lightheaded from it. And so you head up there and into sort of one of the main meadow beaches that's out there, where there's several elves walking around, and one of them's like, "Just Steve, hey, you came, it's me, Just Muskrat."
Oh, hey, dude. Hey, look, these are my friends I was telling you about.
Whoa, you have friends?
Yeah, they're friends, man. Why you gotta just be
Just
cool?
Curzum.
Just Curzum? Are you from around here?
Strolkai.
Oh, okay. Strolkai. I've never been there. I heard nice things about it, though.
It's great.
Dane. YOLO.
Just
Please.
Dane.
I'm just
Just
Muskrat.
yeah.
So I've been told.
Like we say, everybody's just somebody.
I'm backpack. Just a backpack.
Pleased to meet you, Backpack.
No, it's just backpack, dude.
Oh, just Backpack. We've got some other hobbits here. They like it here. Mushroom specialists.
They were just hungry.
Yeah, well, that was how they ended up staying.
But
Just hungry. Okay, so you guys have gathered there, and then so after that brief little, getting around inside the campaign, let's take a quick break, and then we'll get on and start doing some adventuring. Sound good? All right.
Finally.
Yeah.
kick a cat out.
Kick a cat out.
The
Yeah.
person was sitting on your shoulder and like telling
Yeah,
you
the
to
one
do
that was
little
over
things.
here.
It's great.
Yeah, he's kind of an asshole.
Right there.
He's so cute looking though.
He really isn't. He tends to have very sensitive skin, and whenever it's like bug season, he just gets like these bald patches anywhere there's bug bites. It's so
That sounds
tragic.
it's so uncomfortable. Like
He's a
guy.
very tragic cat, but he also pees on literally everything. So the worst cat.
Yeah, okay, that's kind of suck.
So I'm gonna go kick him out.
You
Be
can
right
keep
back.
them. Whoop whoop. Turn this around somehow. There we go.
I know.
All right, be right back.
All right. If you're watching on the stream right now, just type out what you'd like me to blow up in tonight's adventure, and I will see what I can do.
I'm watching on the stream right now, and I want you to do lots of bad things.
So let's start a list. Well, the top one that seems achievable. I'll see what I can do.
Run over another halfling.
I feel like there are some in this place. We'll have to find out if there are carts.
There's got to be.
But we brought donkeys with us, so I will give it my best, and I'll try to make Dane do it.
I think it's perfect. You see, that's all we need was for everybody to take a break so I can start talking.
That's what.
Zach, have you noticed that we're coming in pixelated?
No, I have not. I will check it right now.
He doesn't care.
I do care. Let me check.
Elf tree. All right. I see explode an elf tree. We'll see what I have. Some alchemist fire. That's a possibility.
Explode a bad elf tree. You
Hey,
can go into like the deep wood.
I think you should earmuff this to not participate in this discussion. Are you seeing this stream, Ala? I don't see it pixelated, but
It appears super pixelated to me, but let me refresh.
It is very pixelated to me as well. Ooh, my camera's off. Here we go.
hey,
Oh,
we were
it's
gonna
much better.
It is better now.
get a cart, Dane, to go around the city here.
You know, I love carts. I have very good experiences with carts.
Yeah, I
And
figured
burger.
you seem to be the best driver, so
Nope. It got pixelated again.
Well, and it is bad. Is
Oop,
bad.
oop.
But yes, I'm on board with cart.
Apparently, it's like if you refresh, it gets better, and then it just pixelates again. So sorry, folks.
God damn it, Zach.
Well, maybe tomorrow's game will be cleaner.
Or at least more visible.
Oh,
Are you hacking into Facebook to fix the pixels? Just say yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm hacking into Facebooks. All
of
of
course
them.
I am. To YouTubes and Facebooks. All the Facebooks.
Tap, tappity tap.
She's on the internets right now. Oh. She went incognito.
She shut us out.
Outrageous. She better be doing a costume change.
It would not be holding breath.
Go back in Jedi robes. And that would be awesome. Aw.
Oh.
I mean, you had your moment to discuss what you guys are going to blow up while I was not here. So
We thought maybe we'd be doing costume change.
We were hoping for a costume change.
Oh, sorry. I'll try next time.
All right. Gabe is planning a costume change later tonight.
Ooh. I mean, it's going to be a surprise. Oh boy, he's going to go do that now, I guess.
I hope that post-it stays up. What is it going to be? I'm so excited.
I mean, he's probably just going to throw on his robe and call
completely
it a
clean
day.
shaven. That's very, very
Nice.
sorceress. Warlocky. Very, very warlocky.
It's more wizardy to me than
Well,
warlock.
no. If it was to be wizard, then Hood would not be so far forward. This way has nice shadow over face. Can only
That's
see
true.
a beard.
Now it's all
No.
edgy and mysterious.
Edgy mysterious gives good exposure to beard. 100% good beard warlock style.
Accentuates beard.
Exactly.
So this seems like the kind of thing you're going to throw on anytime you use the Brentoka eye thing.
Well, it seems like a lot of work. I suppose. It's also very warm. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to wear this. Actually, it's hot.
That's the struggle I have
my
with
God,
my
it's-
beard.
It sweat out your accent.
It is exhausting. Need something to refresh myself. Oh, hey.
Where did this come from?
Okay, so you guys sort of mill around with the elves, and you end up talking to Just King, who is the.
Before we get there, is there a just cart rental place?
Where back in that little town?
Well,
No, in
this
High Beach.
Not at High Beach, no. No, there is.
Cart's
There
not
is
really
back
an elf thing.
You can go get yourself a cart.
Can we hire like team of bunny rabbits to pull sled? Like, what is elven version of carts? I don't know.
No, they just have happy pack animals.
Kind of takes fun out of it.
We'll make
They
it work.
they have they when you ask, or when you seem really upset about the whole thing, they really get to work, and they do find an old sort of broken down cart that they have, and they quickly tie it together and lash ropes around it until you have a reasonable looking cart.
So what's the purpose of the cart? Are we just getting that to carry the whirligig back?
Well, we're
Or
gonna
just
hook
have a
up
cart?
Dane and I. I'm gonna hook up Dane and I's donkeys and give Dane the reins, and I'll hop in.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like we're just gonna leave our dwarf friend here to work on the winch.
Yeah, that's
then-
his. He's going to stay there and work. But while you're there, you're talking to the elves, and they do mention the fact that there are more and more encroachments into the Thumper's Mother sort of Disneywood, coming from tribes of savages on the interior. And what's particularly troubling is that an old sort of pyramid, not huge, not Great Pyramid of Giza, but about 20 years ago, this pyramid just sort of rose up out of the ground, like it had been, pushed up by some sort of rock outcropping, sort of movement within the earth, and it's been doing strange things. They've found a couple of petrified trees. Gems have appeared here and there in the woods, and then very recently, two of the halflings, the roving mushroom farmers, were kidnapped by the savages that seem to be sort of centering some of their activity on this pyramid that's come out of the ground.
How many savages?
They don't know. I mean, no one was there when the halflings got kidnapped, but it's a band of them.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see if we can run down the halflings.
Okay.
Run them down.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
got a
first
cart.
time.
Yeah, I was about to say
Not
that's
bad.
Gabe's job.
What? Matt, why do you think he's driving a cart?
Okay.
Have you like seen my little head with this little cap?
Oh.
It's not a monkey head.
What is it?
It's a shrunken head that might possibly be a halfling.
It's not.
I will slowly shuffle away from just Steve.
No, it's okay, little dude. Like we got this one under totally legal means, no murder involved.
We came by it honestly.
Yeah. I mean, how the maker of it came by it is another question that we don't care to ask.
What kind of
Probably
gems
for
were coming up out of the ground?
What kind of what are coming up out of the ground?
Gems?
They just appeared places.
Yeah, but like, I mean, are you talking about quartz? Like, how much of my time are you wasting here?
No, some of them were worth quite a bit. A lot of them were just quartz.
Dude, we're not like rock experts. We're mushroom experts. Maybe you should go check it out and see if it really is worth our time. Also, we can check out that dope ass pyramid that just came out of nowhere, because that's not really something that comes out of the ground.
Yeah.
But
Except for
much
Jordoba.
much
Weird things come
harder
out of the ground,
to sell entire pyramid than pretty rocks.
What if we turn it
But
into like
maybe
a
both
tourist
at once.
attraction?
We can go over there, investigate pyramid. Maybe also collect some rocks. I like rocks.
And also kill some dank ass intruders that are just trying to get into our like sweet like magical forest.
And rescue some halflings.
Oh yeah, those guys too.
We will see what we can do to run them down. Dane, get
Right.
the car.
It is ready to go, my friend.
Should we grab some provisions? Maybe some more health potions, some more arrows. That
I
one
use
poison that works
arrows.
particularly well on those encroaching guys.
They're like half beasts, half humans. Some of them have goat horns and things like that. I mean, it's clearly, the effect of chaos out in the wilderness has been very, very severe, and so you've got these sort of savage barbarians coming in and laying waste to things.
Did they have beards?
No,
I'm just making sure it isn't your new patron.
No.
there you go.
See?
Yeah, we don't want to have a repeat of last time.
Well,
It just keeps happening over and over.
How does this keep happening? Yeah,
That would be
let's-
awfully funny, but
That would be
Let's get
great.
out there. Well, we don't know what's controlling them, really. Nobody's really ventured that far into the other side of the forest.
It's
Maybe
true.
their like leader is a great bearded tentacle horror.
it happened
He
one
sounds
time.
nice.
It happened one time, and you guys never let it go. I mean, run over a halfling in the street, no big deal. Accidentally worship tentacle monster, nobody lets it die. I mean,
Wait. When did
Don't
you
worry
run over a
about it.
halfling in the street?
it's not important. That is the point. Nobody cares. It's a halfling. They are like dime a dozen. You find them all over. Like backpack. We didn't even know we had a halfling. Suddenly a
Just
halfling.
appears, yeah. They're like
I
rodents.
am not replaceable, though.
Well,
There is only one backpack.
I never meant to suggest that you are
Stay-
very wonderful.
Stay in the cart for your own safety.
Yes.
Yeah, just as long as you're like in the confines of the cart, you're not going to get under the wheels of the cart.
yeah, he's never run himself over. So
Let's go.
all right, so with Dane spiritedly driving the cart down the rocky trails from the promontory, skidding at the turns, you guys make your way down into the Disney forest. You head through the nice, pleasant elven forest, and after a while, the trees begin to get a little darker and a little gnarlier, and then off in the distance, you can see sort of what looks like a short pyramid. You're actually guessing maybe the whole thing's not up out of the ground yet, but you can also see a sort of a dark splotch on it that's probably the entrance, that's only about maybe 20 feet up the side of it. So you head on over to there. What are you going to do about getting stuff? I mean, you're going to bring your stuff in with you, or what?
What stuff?
Well, the cart.
Oh.
Well, is it big enough to bring the cart in?
It's going to be hard to get it up
No.
there.
No.
We just leave it
Is-
outside.
Is
No,
there
we'll
any
just-
sort of other? Has this attracted anybody else?
You don't see anybody in the nearby vicinity. There are a couple of stone, weird stone shapes that seem to have come up out of the ground, almost like trees. Coming out, branching, twisting, spiraling. There are several of those, but you're not seeing. There are signs of people moving around as
But no
well.
gems.
There are no gems.
Well, let's just tie up the cart and leave a sign that says "Back in 5 minutes."
Okay.
Do not
I was
steal.
going to say maybe set up sort of base camp thing and then go from there.
I think Ian's idea of a base camp is a sign that says "Back in 5 minutes."
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I had in mind too. It's good.
All right, so you guys walk up the side of the pyramid. No challenge there.
So the entrance isn't at the base; it's at the top.
No, it's not at the top, but it's about 20 feet up a slope, and then there's another, call it 40 feet on the diagonal before it
Right.
reaches the top.
How far across is the pyramid on like one side? If we had to guess.
Do you remember how we talked about math?
Yeah.
Okay. It's that big.
Okay.
So you go up and you take a look into the door of the pyramid. Okay. So what you're looking into, you go, first of all, there's like a corridor, and you go down that about 20 feet. And then you come to where it opens up into a room, and there are the room's about 20 feet across in the middle, but it looks like it has two different areas in it to the two sides, and you can't quite see enough of the one over toward the west. And the big problem with the room is that there are people in it, and they're unpleasant looking people, and they've taken note of your being there.
So sorry, about how wide is the chunk that we're looking down right now?
It's about 20 feet wide.
Okay, and so it's like 20 feet wide, then the kind of a 20-foot section across, and then another 20-foot section looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's a rectangular room that's 10, 20. There's about 20, 25 feet across, but then it's got these two little antechambers toward the north, and each of those is about 15 feet deep or so.
So what are these unpleasant people doing?
Well, they were just sort of going about their business, but when they see you guys, they immediately get very, very hostile, and there's just looking for minis here. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm finding the minis.
Well, if these guys look like they're chaotic trouble, maybe we should get the drop on them.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
totally look like they're chaotic trouble.
Well, just right here in this room, should we back it up a little bit out the door?
Have they noticed us yet at all, or?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were fine just milling about until they saw us, and now suddenly we've soured the mood, apparently.
Yeah. No, they've
Can you like use some of your backpack charm to?
I can
Dumb the F
certainly
off.
try. I can play a little cheerful ditty that might make them feel very pleasant inside.
all right.
Meanwhile, you should
by the way,
waft
we
some
have-
of that opium.
We finally have the Sober Steve miniature.
Totally sober, Steve.
Sober Steve.
And then
It
when
seems like
Steve,
waste of effort, honestly.
what, to have a separate mini for when Steve's impaired? Well, the impaired Steve mini was intended not to be an impaired Steve mini, but it turned out with a face that looked absolutely like Steve was undead. So
Undead, Steve.
Undead Steve.
yeah, I mean, we can use that if Steve ever becomes a zombie too. What did I do with that mini that I wanted to use here? This is really annoying. I probably put it someplace safe. as well. All right, well. So I don't have that many.
Actually, we can try asleep. How about that? I'll play a nice little lullaby.
A lullaby, indeed.
Bye bye. All
Or
the
could
lullabies.
be- What about a lullaby?
A lullaby.
That
Now
is
we're
what we do when
talking.
sleep does not work. First is
Right.
lullaby, and then lullaby.
Oh,
Okay. So you guys are up here at the front of the room, and you can see at the moment 3 of these things. Roll initiative.
Oh boy.
I'm probably right up front too, since that's been our standard marching order.
Voice.
And I've been assuming that Steve was up front with you, and then Dane.
I'm probably
toward
right
the
behind
back.
him because dwarves take point.
Okay. All right, so dwarves.
Some dwarves take points. Light bulb dying. It's super freaky.
Oh, you're
Yeah, it
it's
was
like you're at a
Very
rave.
exciting screen.
Or it's the last, or it's the last few moments before everything goes Call of Cthulhu, one or the other.
That stash one wasn't
Either
supposed
way.
to come till 11, but
There
I
have
guess
been
that's serious.
times. There have been times during this game where I thought that I was making sanity checks as we were going along. But all right, what do we got on the initiative scale? My guys are extraordinarily slow because of the way that you guys just suddenly busted in.
I'm
Got anybody
extra-
over a 20?
I got a
All
23.
us.
Okay.
I'm extremely fast this time.
And that's what I want. Because if I go first, I do a bunch of damage.
Mm.
And I'm going to attempt to shoot the big fat looking one.
All right.
And
The orky bro.
this is gonna hurt real hard.
This doing the hunter's mark and all the cheaty shit that you got
Yeah,
from the
so I'm
Xenophon's guide.
gonna do the hunter's mark, and on top of that, the dread ambush.
Is that the cheaty
just-
shit thing?
Yeah, that's
You
the
only
cheaty
get
shit
to
that
do
this-
on the first.
just the first round of combat. So
It's not cheaty.
It's
She
it's
totally-
just
screams.
a lot of damage.
It's
It is very
totally
cheaty.
She screams Mike Merles and charges right in.
I'm gonna do an interview with Mike Merles, and I'm gonna talk to him about that.
All the cheaty shit we did.
Yeah, all the cheaty shit. You know,
It's
I'm gonna
fun,
name
it's
you
fun.
by name. I'm gonna be like, Ala Fedorova is using cheaty shit in the game, and you wrote it.
Let me just make sure that my second attack actually connects.
I demand errata.
It should be a 17 to hit.
Okay, that's
Okay, because
Far
if that
in
hits, the
excess of what
26
you
is gonna
need.
hit.
Yeah,
So let me
26 will
just roll a bunch of dice real quick here. So that's 10 plus 10 for sharpshooter. 25, and then. Oh man, that Gloomstalker. Okay, so it's just 30 damage.
okay.
Maybe this is the place Donatello was going.
All right, so yeah, you it's this one here was the one you were attacking.
The fat one in the back, and I'm pointing at my screen like it freaking matters, but the fat one in the back.
Okay.
No, that one right there.
Okay, so
That
you
one.
you drop him with an arrow, which shows you that there is a door behind him. Who was next? Anybody else above 20?
I'm
19?
at 18.
18. Okay.
We're
it's
putting
you.
them in the chat so we can all see it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a brilliant idea.
So if you want to tell us what you rolled, we can just add you in here and then.
I rolled a 3.
We've,
Okay,
Oh,
so
we've,
yeah,
okay.
we're just all gonna
You-
go. It's gonna be.
You get to go last.
we've actually been doing that for about 8 games.
Okay. No, that's cool.
That's how we know when we're like, no, it's Gabe's turn now.
So,
The
is
thing
there
I'm
just
looking at is not this thing, I don't think.
there's
What?
just the 2 guys left, and
It's
a
just the
door.
2 guys?
Yeah,
that we can.
that we can see.
Okay.
None of us have yet looked right, so is maybe 2 guys, maybe like 8 more. Who knows?
Now I'm having trouble finding the chat. I'm slowing everything down tonight. Sorry, everyone.
Don't worry, we'll let you know.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Definitely not cheated or whatever.
Any-
Easy
Anybody who
back.
gets bored, just let me know if you're bored, and then I'll provide some sort of monster. Okay, so super pixelated. Okay, thanks, Skeeter. Nothing I can do about that. Maybe Zach noticed that.
I think
Better
actually
now. Zach messed it up, and then Jim says, I continue to see well just great, but I'm not broadcasting and viewing in a separate browser. Okay, so basically they're doing our technological troubleshooting for us, so
You got better.
we have a good chat room.
That's the name of the show.
All right. I give up. All right. So who was next?
Me.
Okay. What do you do?
So I am going to. Oh gosh, why did I just forget what it was called? Cast suggestion.
Okay.
On
See,
the dude
Ala,
all the way on the right.
that's not cheaty shit. I mean, suggestion, that's basic,
Suggestion is OP though, so
If but it's not. But the saving throw on it isn't like they have to make a 14, make 14 or better, which isn't that hard. Wisdom saving throw.
well, honestly, these are probably dumb monstrosities. 14 is pretty high as far as saving throws go.
Yeah, for folks like these. Okay, so
Mm.
one fails, and so does the.
I think it's just the
let's
one
see,
target.
Just the
it's
one
just
target.
one.
So yeah, so he fails.
Okay, so he's
your
going to so it can't be anything directly harmful. Can I suggest to him that his buddy over there has been sleeping with his wife
Okay.
and he should beat the crap out of him to give him a message?
Okay.
But it says it's not supposed to be directly harmful, but I think directly harmful
This
to
is-
him.
Just a little bit
Yeah,
harmful.
I think
It's
the
not
easiest-
directly harmful to himself. You can't tell them to go stab themselves.
Yeah, you can get the two of them into a fight. Okay. So you make that suggestion, and then counting down who's next, since you know from the chat room that I can't see.
Ooh, it is Dane. Yes, hello.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to look to the right. Are there any more of these, or is it just the 2 that we can see on our screen?
Okay, so let me get over here. And
Now, I should note that if we make an aggressive action against the one that has been suggested on, that will break the suggestion.
Mhm.
so you look around over to the right,
See, this is why you have to look to right.
and there is another group of them over there that are not doing anything yet because it's not their initiative.
And I apologize if you've already kind of described these guys, but what are they that we can tell? Are they just like half man, half beast? Like
Pretty much half man, half beast, all kinds of different stuff. They're just something that's not human, that's been produced by forces of chaos, by the cataclysms and that kind of thing. So
They had a little
Fire.
too much fun in the frolicking fields.
yeah.
By a bearded patron.
none of them have beards. You can see very clearly they all have like little mustachios or like goatees, but no good beards. All told, like that one over there, very good sideburns, but no beards. Completely different pantheon. Okay.
Yeah, nobody with red beards. That's what we're checking for, is to make sure that we're
Yes.
not attacking the sanctum of Dane's new patron.
Whatever his name might be, who knows?
Whatever his name might be. Probably Copperbeard.
Yeah. So this section between the and I too am pointing at the screen now because this is what we do now. The middle section of this room, so the kind of the narrow bit in between where we are and where
Yeah.
all the awful things
Okay,
are.
I've now got you pointed, so you're looking directly at the narrow part of the room.
That's about 15 feet across.
Yes.
Okay, I am going to use my
Actually, it's closer to 20, but yeah.
well. I'm going to pretend it's about 15. I'm going to put a 15-foot cubic area of illusionary fire with silent image. And that's using whatever my invocation is, which I can't even find right now. But basically, silent image. I'm going to make it all look like it's burning fire and horrible. Something that would be really awful to kind of cross.
Okay. So
Spider webs.
No. Now it's smoke. Now it's smoke. I can't lay my hands on my normal smoke because I don't know where I put it. But we are now using the great big clump of Milo's dog hair to represent fire and smoke. So
so for what it's worth, if anybody tries to, it actually walks through it. It's harmless. It's an illusion. Yada yada yada. But it's a intelligence DC something check to investigate and realize that it's fake.
Can we see through it?
I mean, it's just flames and stuff.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and move that. So
DC 12 because I'm a terrible, terrible warlock.
Okay. So there is an area, that appears to be on fire there in the middle. Moving on. Who's next? Ian, when are you going?
I go on 8, I think.
Okay, you're still beating them. I rolled a 3. What do you
All
do?
right. I will cast Muriel's Angry Finger as a bonus action.
All right.
Towards the dudes on the right. So I'll go the 60.
Okay,
so the farthest.
That's this group over here.
Yeah. So, and I want to target that one in the middle of that triad.
All right.
So that will try to poke him. And let's see how it does.
Red mustache.
It has an 18 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
And it does 13 damage, max damage.
Woo.
Okay.
And then is he alive?
No, yeah, he's still alive.
Oh, that stinks. I will charge the one in. Oh, can I see the left again by the door?
These are the two that are by the door. Now, one of those, the one in the back here, who's carrying the Morning Star, he's the one who's got the suggestion on him. And the other one here with the sort of grayish skin, he's the one that's been suggested, is the one that the suggestible one should attack. So those two are, something has been done with them.
So I will attack the closest one.
Of those two?
Yep.
Okay. That's going to be the one that has not had any sort of suggestion put on him. So you move forward, and you're right at the edge of the illusionary flames.
And I've got a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Really? I do 5 damage to him.
Okay. So he's still alive. He's got that many. Okay. That's everyone, right?
That's everyone.
Steve, did you attack Ala?
Oh yeah, I did at the very beginning. So it's
Okay.
their turn.
She did.
That's right. You were the first one out of the box. Okay.
My int bonus is ridiculously stupid, guys.
Yes.
So the suggestible one is going to move up and attack the one that's in front of him. And he hits, and he does 9 points of damage, which leaves that one still barely alive.
Ouch.
So he comes up and clonks him with an axe. It doesn't quite kill the guy. It kind of ricochets off his thick skull, but almost takes him down, clearly. Take a quick look at map. Okay.
Well done with the fire.
It
That's
might not.
Clever.
Might not do anything. They might. I mean, I figure if these guys are beastful and stupid, maybe they won't figure it out. But yeah,
No,
it
that's good.
might slow one or two down for a rent. I don't know.
Yeah, it actually they begin sort of gathering at the edge of it, and noticing that it's not hot and not making any noise.
Fair.
One of them has enough room to skirt around it. So he's able to move, but the rest of
the
them,
sneaky looking one.
yeah, the sneaky looking one. So he comes around, and he's going to be who that's going to put him next to is I'm going to switch this over to an overhead camera in just a second.
I keep hitting the button to switch the view to top view, but
I know, right? All right, let me get the little top view thing. Let me see how we do if I've got it pointed there.
Uh-oh.
it's coming.
Why?
Oh my god, it was ferocious.
Okay.
Terrifying.
Even more hideous than described.
Wow.
Okay, so let me see what's the best way to do this here. I think it's probably to do it more from y'all's perspective a little bit. How are we doing there? Is that a good
That's
angle? Okay.
Yeah. See most of ourselves.
I don't like it. It looks like Dane is in very bad place. Maybe,
Yes, well,
maybe...
Dane is in very bad place because he is the one that that Mr. Sneaky is headed toward, and so Mr. Sneaky charges up and attacks Dane.
R.I.P.
The rest of them are all basically paralyzed by the fire. So the only person who's getting attacked is Dane. And he gets, a natural 20.
Bam.
Nice.
Oh.
Reach.
That's not great.
It's nice knowing you.
I'm fine.
Yeah, so that's a 25. All right. And then
You saw that potion message before too, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
all right, so damage is 10, 11, 12, 13 points of damage to you.
Oh,
It's hurting, but I'm fine.
his bark is just as bad as his bite.
All right, now that's so everyone has gone. Roll initiative. See what happens in the next 6 seconds. Oh God! All right, y'all are all going first. I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Got my natural 20 and the natural 1. I am pleased that the natural 20 was on the to hit roll and not on the initiative roll.
Right.
What was the damage on that check again? I need to make a concentration check on my spell.
It did 13 points of damage.
Okay, and I believe I have to make a DC 13. Is that right? Doesn't remember how that works?
It's.
Oh.
Hold on, I can pull it up right here because I was just looking at concentration.
Because you've got to
Okay.
maintain concentration
You
too with
must
the suggestion. Right?
Constitution
Right.
saving throw
Well, I rolled a 16 on the
10
con save.
with a DC of 10 or half the damage, whichever is
Okay.
higher.
Yep.
Oh, you made it, yeah.
My illusion's still good.
All right, so the illusion is still up.
Yes.
And who is going first?
I
Not
think
me.
it's Emily.
Oh, me, yeah.
Okay, what do you do?
Bam, bam, bam. I also, so my suggestion is also a concentration. However, I can still attack.
Okay.
So I am going to fire my crossbow.
Okay.
Can I move a little bit to the side here so that Dane isn't in my direct line of fire? So I'll be a diagonal to Mr. Sneaky.
Yep. All right, so you move out to sort of thereabouts.
Yeah. And then I'll fire crossbow at Mr. Sneaky.
You know, when I say you're thereabouts and I don't put anything else in the camera for reference, that's kind of sad. Just a little picture of you, all by yourself in the middle of a sea of dungeon stones.
It's probably fine.
Okay, so there's your line of sight. Right now you're looking to the east, Emily, and so you've got all those guys lined up. And then what is it you're going to do? You're going to shoot the crossbow?
I'm at Mr. Sneaky, who is attacking Dane.
All right, roll the hit.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. That will be a 23.
Okay, that will be a solid hit. How much do you do?
Max damage. 8 plus 6 is what? Someone who's passed 6th grade
13.
math. 14.
14. All right, you and me both, Emily. You had no answer. I had the wrong answer. All his brain is turning into soup as a result of that.
I only math.
Yes, there's nothing but math in there. Yeah. Okay, so all right, now that is enough to pin Mr. Sneaky to the wall dead. So Mr. Sneaky is now deceased. Mr. Sneaky. I found that figure I was looking for.
Uh-oh.
So just as an example, and this is actually the one that Ian hit. So he's damaged, but that is. Can we see the goat-headed guy? Yeah. Okay. So there's
He looks spooky.
yeah.
He does.
He's got goat horns and stuff.
Oh boy. Okay.
Those are like hardcore goat horns. Like that's like bighorn sheep horns.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
for all intents and purposes, not that it actually matters in 5e, but would you consider him a beast or a humanoid or an aberration for purposes of?
Yes.
Your cheating abilities.
No, it doesn't really have any effect outside of knowledge checks. But
He's going to be a humanoid.
Doesn't matter. Steve is just going to shoot him anyway. And all of that to just say
I'm
that
willing
I'm just
to
shooting
bet
the face.
that would have been the answer, really, regardless.
That was always the answer.
And he is wounded. He's got. He was the one that Ian targeted with the spell.
Oh, was that
Muriel's- his ferocious finger or something like that?
Yeah, well, is that the radiant damage one or just like a generic
It's
spell?
it's a spiritual weapon.
Okay. That's right. That's Muriel's finger. Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him. Hope for the best.
Okay.
Ooh, it is a 19 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit. Damage.
I'm gonna move my hunter's mark to him before I forget. And it's going to be.
Extra
wow, that
48
is-
damage.
It is depressing. 10 plus 4. 19 points of damage.
Okay, that kills him. So he's gone.
Sharpshooter OP. And that one
Alright.
is in the core book. I am not even.
I did. Do you hear me on that one? No. No, didn't say a
that
word.
Xanathar is bullshit.
Lucky you can't see him though.
Who's next?
I think I'm on a 4.
Okay. Ian,
Okay.
did you go yet?
I'm on a
He's-
3.
Okay. So 4 goes first.
Yep.
I'm always last.
Dane is going to back away from choke point that he created, so that he does not get the brunt of whatever comes next.
Okay, so Dane
And-
moves back.
Just hide
And then
behind
I-
me, little dude.
That leaves Steve standing at the choke point.
Yeah, I
That's
will go
fine.
over
Steve-
towards Fireside, where is sort of safe, and then I'm going to cast False Life
Okay.
on myself because real life is not doing so good.
All right.
And
Ian, what does Kurzim do?
Is the guy I'm standing face to face with, is he attacking me or the other guy? Could I step
That's right.
back
He
5 feet?
didn't
Yeah.
actually go. He's paying attention to the guy who hit him, so you can step back without incurring an attack. Yeah.
All right, so I will step back 5 feet.
All right.
I'll
So you
go
guys are
5
sort of
feet-
more.
I want to
more-
go 5 feet towards the door.
Oh, so
Sorry.
forward-ish.
I don't know, towards where we came in.
The
I
entrance.
Oh, the
towards-
entrance.
Towards,
The entrance door. Okay.
I apologize.
So you're over here
Well, I could be closer than that even.
to what?
Just
So,
he wants
like
to be
in
just
front
5
of
feet
Steve.
away.
Like
Right
I
next
want to
to
be I want to be in front of Steve.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're in between Steve and the potential oncoming horde.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I will direct my finger to poke someone else, the next guy in line.
Okay. Next guy in line. Okay, roll.
And it has a natural 20.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Ooh.
Critical
Ariel's
got
finger
crit.
is the best.
They got poked so hard.
Wow, that's a
Yeah,
lot of
using
damage.
a
Poked by
I'm seeing that
Muriel's like appendage.
the using a finger as a spiritual weapon is going to lead to all kinds of phrasing problems. Clearly.
Well, I'm so avoiding the more obvious ones. I do 19 damage to him.
Okay, that's going to kill him. So you so the finger raises up and just smashes him, and he rolls back about 5 feet and is still. And then finally
Well, I still get a standard action
okay,
too.
go ahead.
So I'm going to
That's-
throw
that's spiritual
Alchemist's Fire at one of the guys through the fire to add credence to the fact that it's real fire.
Okay.
Buffing up the illusion.
And I rolled, I've got to subtract dex, so I have a 15 to hit.
Yeah, no, you can throw that into the fire. Actually, you can. One of them is just starting to cross over the fire, and you can peg him with that if you want to.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay.
So
Roll
that
the damage for him.
So that does 4 damage,
Okay.
and it should stay he's lit on fire now.
Yeah, they stay lit. Okay. And then, so the result of that is that the other one also does not cross, but he does move through the choke point, runs forward, and he attacks Curzum.
Bring it on.
Okay, that's going to be a hit. It's 23, right? What's your
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
I'm at 20.
Okay, so you take 9 points of damage.
Oh, that's way better than what you did to Dane.
Yeah, I rolled 4 points higher against Dane. Okay, so you sort of parry the great axe that he's swinging, but it still cuts you a little bit and knocks you back a little bit. The 2 orcs that are fighting, the one that was not suggested falls down into the alchemist's fire and begins to burn. And the one that you had the suggestion on goes, yes! And then with his movement, he runs to this door and begins opening the door.
Great.
All right, initiative. Now's when I want my 20. I want my guy through the door.
I just got another 20 on that one.
Oh my God, I rolled a 20.
Oh no.
I've got 2 20s and 1 natural 1 so far this session.
So did I, Matt, but I've got a minus.
Oh, they're going in.
Ian is their only hope this time.
So yeah, they're actually going in 21.
Yeah, I've got a minus 1.
Anybody beat a 21 on initiative?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. So he slams that door open, and
This place is pure chaos. You're supposed to slam a door shut.
I know, man. It's
It's like
So he-
opposite day in here constantly.
opens the door and runs through the door. He's still visible, but he's yelling, "Hey, we're under attack!" Okay. They're pretty much mopped up in here. This one who got hit with the alchemist's fire runs around through the choke point, runs up to
That'd be me.
backpack.
Oh no.
He attacks, and he rolls a 2, so he misses.
Haha.
So he takes a D4 damage too from fire.
Mm.
And he can use his action to put
Correct.
himself out.
He's okay. So yeah, that's right. He's the one who got hit with the fire. Thank you for that reminder. Okay, so he takes damage. He's not putting himself out. He's attacking savagely and ferociously and ignoring that. Okay, and then the one that's attacking you, Curzim, also misses. So that's the extent of their round. Now it's you, Curzim. What do you do?
I use my bonus action to. I can only make it. I'm gonna have my finger attack the one that's attacking me.
Okay. Roll the hit.
It's only got a 16.
That's a hit.
Oh.
These guys are just wearing hide armor. They're not.
It does 10 damage.
Okay, that one has not been wounded before. And you did how much? 10?
Yeah.
Okay, he's still alive.
And then I will attack him too. And I have a 15 too. And I do 7 damage.
Okay, that kills him. So he goes down. And it leaves only the one who is on fire and attacking Backpack. And you can still see the other one through the door. Who
One's all
is
yours, Ala.
All right, I'm gonna get the one. Do you want me to get the one at the door?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I think I can get a clear shot off on him.
Mark.
Okay.
Hunter's mark on him, and ooh, do I want to gamble with sharpshooting or not?
I don't even know what that means, but gamble.
Oh, it's a -5 penalty to hit,
Ooh.
but
Listen,
plus 10 damage.
You be you.
Mm.
You know what?
He-
Maybe the hunter's mark and straight damage will kill him. I'll take my. It's a 21 to hit.
Okay.
So you would have hit. Should
woulda
have
hit.
gambled.
How much damage?
It is 12 points of damage.
Oh my god. They have 13. He's
Damn
still
it!
up.
Oh.
No, I should have gambled.
And he was not damaged before. That was your suggestible one. So, okay. So he's got an arrow in him. He's almost dead, but he's not dead. Who is next?
You die.
He's a member of the Uruk.
I believe Emily has a better
Oh.
dex bonus than I do, so you
Yeah.
probably go first.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'll try and do dissonant whispers on the one that's on me.
Nice.
So it'll be a wisdom saving throw of 14.
Okay. I am. Wow. It's all 1s and 20s tonight. He rolls a 1. So you've got him.
So
Okay.
that'll be 13 damage, and he will use his reaction to move as far as he possibly can away from me.
Okay. He's not going to have a chance to do that because this is the one that was not only on fire, but they only have 13 hit points anyway.
Okay.
So he falls to the ground, burns, and rolls a little bit away from you, but that's all that happens. And then
He's like crawling away as he dies.
yeah, just slowly turning into blackened redfish kind of a thing.
So, what do you whisper to him? That's so terrifying.
What
that he
did you
loses his
say?
mind.
Dissonant.
Your mother never wanted you. She tried to abort you and left you with this face.
Oh wow.
Wow, that is
You-
pretty horrible.
Yeah, I thought I was when you started with your mother, I thought you were going towards smelt of elderberries. I was like, wow, that got dark.
No, I mean, this
It's a
has to be
dissonant
pretty
whisper.
vicious. This
I
cousin
feel bad I
like
lit him on
Finch.
fire.
No, right? Okay, so you've still got that one guy over there. Dane, you've still got an action, right? What do you do?
Dane's gonna put his finger to the air, kind of sense the wind in this
Gauge the
dungeon,
wind. Yeah.
gauge the wind, and he's gonna try and eldritch blast the guy that's running for the door. or
Okay.
running through the door.
Give it a shot.
Pew pew.
It's a 14.
That's a hit.
Yes.
Roll
I roll the
damage.
die. It's 2.
Okay, and he'd been reduced by Steve's arrow to 1. So yeah, you point your finger and yell bang, and down he goes.
That's Dane's kill.
The glory of the bearded bastard.
All right, so he's dead there in that room. Now, some sort of small alarm seems to have been raised, but obviously he didn't have a chance to do anything more than say we're under attack. So you do hear a couple of confused voices talking in the other room, but they seem to be they're not charging out instantly. There seems to be some indecision in there about what's going to happen.
So my finger and I are going towards the door.
Okay, so Curzon moves up toward the door. So you look through, and you see that there are 2 of the Savage Beast men who just seem to be sort of staring at the guy, trying to figure out what went on. Oh, okay, that worked out pretty well. That's a good shot. See, dead
That's
guy.
a really good shot.
You can see the hinge on the door and everything.
That miniature's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody screenshot that. That's a good shot.
I'm really scared.
All right, so they look up and sort of see Curzon. Curzon, you have 1 action. What do you do? Quick.
I poke him with my finger.
Okay, you attack with the spiritual weapon. Roll to hit.
I have. It gets a bigger bonus than I do. That surety finger. 19.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll damage.
11.
Okay, almost gets him. Doesn't quite get him. All right, so he's sort of rocked back by that. There are 2 of them. Now we roll initiative. That you got sort of that extra action because you got the drop on them.
Now, I'm assuming this is all still the same combat.
Yes, correct.
So my gloom stocks.
You can't roll out the cheaty thing again.
Should give
All
them
right.
some time. It's different combat.
Do you want me to shut the door so it's a new combat?
I mean, it's either that or I'm recasting Hunter's Mark again, so let's just go with this.
All right, so I'm going in 8. Who's first?
I think I've got an 18, so I go first, unless Ian rolls something higher.
Back to my standard. I'm at a 7, so.
Well, just Steve is gonna run right behind Curzon,
Okay.
and like Hunter's Mark, that one guy that he can definitely see in front of him that looks kind of terrifying, and shoot him.
Okay, roll to hit.
Not sharply, but just straight up shooting.
Okay.
But it is unfortunately a 12 to hit.
And that's the first miss you guys have had in the entire thing. So the arrow shoots fine.
Sometimes you roll crap.
All right, who is next?
His is not nearly that high.
Who's next?
Oh, I suppose it's probably me. Yeah, on the 16.
It is.
All right, you got
so
2 people in the door right now, but one of them's Curzon. So
I was gonna say, so there's 2 people in the door. Did we basically clear out everything else that was in this room on the other side of the fake fire?
We didn't get a chance to
yes. Well, yeah,
No,
you
no,
haven't.
yeah.
You haven't looked around the corner at the door or anything like that,
But
but nothing seems to be going on.
But the baddies that were on the other side of the fire have all been dealt with. At this
Yes,
point.
they were all killed.
Okay.
Don't believe Matt.
What?
Can I get a look in that room behind Curzon and Just Steve, or is it pretty much blocked off?
This is what you can see.
Okay, I can't see any other doors going out of this room or anything like that.
Not from this vantage point now.
Okay.
But you can't get in there, so you're limited to basically what you can see through the door, which is this.
That's fair enough.
Dude, yeah.
I'm going to cease concentrating on my fake fire.
Okay.
And conjure up some real fire. I'm going to cast Create Bonfire on the square that the guy with the armor is in.
Okay.
Haha, heat metal.
No, it's not even so
No,
close.
This is
He
the
metal
budget
badass.
version.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not even so cool.
budget bonfire.
All right, what do I get a saving throw? How do
He gets a dexterity save.
Okay.
DC 12 because I'm a great warlock.
Oh, well, I'm not rolling 1s and 20s anymore, but I'm still rolling pretty badly. So he fails. He fails that.
Okay, a little bonfire sprouts up in the area that he's in and continues to keep burning, but right now he's going to take 1d8 damage, which is going to be a 1.
Okay.
Because I'm a great warlock.
Now that is the one that already got shot, but he is still alive after taking 1 point. All right, and then okay, so he's like, ow, ow, ow. Who is next? Emily, I think it's you, right?
Emily.
Okay.
Not me.
So, okay, so on the guy that was in the bonfire,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a vicious mockery on him and
you're
yell,
you're on fire.
"Ye shaven, gnat-ridden pyrite brain coxcomb!"
Nice.
Yes.
Wow.
I don't think
I
that
feel
I could.
insulted for him.
I couldn't rip out with that, without practicing at first. That was awesome.
He
called-
feels
It's called a fantasy insult generator.
Oh,
I'm not that good.
Don't give away all your secrets.
yeah, no, you
Right.
totally.
We're
I'm
just
the
willing to
Generator
go with
is
it.
you. You is like it's right here.
You are the generator.
Yeah, well, let's go with that. I'm awesome. Okay, so it'll be a wisdom saving throw of 16.
Yeah, I'm gonna fail that. Yep,
Or
I do.
Okay. And that's just going to be a little dinky 1d4 damage.
That's gonna do it no matter what you roll, because he was down at 1 hit point. Okay,
That
so
is-
he's down.
Oh,
and
my
it's
words
just
are so cruel. Killing people left and right.
the okay, so then it's them, and then, or rather him, and then it's Ian, and he is going to charge forward, and that's just going to be a miss against Kurzim.
Just me and my finger.
No.
Sorry.
That's what she said.
What we've got up here is we've got Kurzim, Just Steve. Switch over to a higher viewpoint here. Let me switch camera around. La 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 la. Not that it is actually a very complicated scenario right at this point.
Except for the Manticore back there.
So
Right,
here's-
Manticore.
That's right. So here's the setup. We've got Just Steve and Kurzim are in the door. Dane has moved up behind you guys, and then also we have Backpack here, and the Savage has just charged to the door. All right, so you can sort of see him there, and he's going to attack. He attacked Kurzim. He missed. Roll initiative.
Oh,
No,
I still get to act.
It's still your move, Kurzim. Sorry. What do you do?
Cut me out like that. I can't believe I'm gonna poke him.
I always cut out the
I
last person right after the monsters go. I always forget everybody else. Because
Everybody that's important started
It's because I traditionally roll so badly on initiative that usually it's done when I go. So
my finger does 9 damage,
okay, it's still alive.
and does the 14 hit it?
Yes, it does. They've got a 13,
I do 5 damage.
and that kills him. Okay, so he runs forward against the full impetus of your warhammer or whatever you're using, and drops down dead. And then there's quiet. Doesn't sound like there's any other sorts of alarms being.
I'll look inside the room.
Okay.
And let's
So
search
you-
these bodies for anything like clues or treasure.
Try to pull off their masks.
That's right. Find out they're the
If their
groundskeeper.
skin just comes off.
One thing you do notice about them is that they all seem to have sort of lumps on their skin that are almost like there are rocks beginning to grow out of them.
That
So
is
there's
some
that.
weird ass herpes.
And they've so you're busy looting bodies, and all of them have axes. Their hide armor is going to be worthless, and on average, each of them is carrying 10 gold pieces. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So there's about 100 gold pieces worth of coinage on them. And so now you're looking around in the room that's there. And so this is the view sort of just inside. The room is about 20 feet across. There is a door in the, and then it's 10, 20, 30, 40, about 50 feet east-west. There is a door in the west wall. And then panning around, that is the only other door in the room.
So can we check the other side of the U shape?
Yep.
The backwards 4.
So you walk back. Here goes the camera. So now you're turning the corner, walking past the dead bodies, and now you're looking into the other leg of the U shape.
So
and
symmetrical.
There's a door there.
What was that artwork on the wall where we first came in?
Is it familiar?
Probably my old patron.
There's actually an awful lot of artwork on the walls. The walls are plastered over. Did I get it pointed at it? Yeah. So it's like a nautilus shell. So backpack goes over to go take a look at the artwork on the wall. There are lots and lots of wall frescoes like that. Most of them have very spiraling shapes to them, and Dane, you've got actually Curzum. You're probably the one who. Well, no, actually, Backpack. Yeah, you know a lot about this kind of stuff. This is ancient Teminoan script, and it's Teminoan artwork, which means it is very, very, very old. And they did a lot of their magic deep underground because it was during a period of time when earth magic was very, very strong and symbolic magic was very strong. And so they would actually dig these big underground complexes where they could get more and more power from their spells because of being deep in the ground. And so that's the age, the particular age of ancient that you're working with here. So this is a relatively unusual type of thing.
This does sound like right up the alley of a dwarven warlock.
You want to head west?
Whoa.
Yeah, dwarf warlocks love to do things like read runes out loud and stuff like that.
Can I listen at that door that we're looking at?
Yes. So Curzum goes up to this door. Now, at this point, here's what we need to figure out. All right, we're heading up on 8 o'clock. Do you want to keep going for another however long it takes, moving into more rooms? I mean, that could lengthen us by another hour. How are people on free time?
I'm fine.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
I can murder.
It may need another beer, but that's
Yeah,
all right.
well,
Take a 10-minute.
We're clearly going to take a beer break, and then we'll get prepped for Curzum checking out this door.
Yeah, because Matt's got to build all the things for us to go into.
No, it's built. It's built.
Oh,
I've got a
well,
lot
in that
of
case,
stuff set up.
let's kick
so.
that door down and kick some things in the butt.
All right, awesome. 10-minute break.
All right.
I feel like I had to cover up my camera because everyone else did.
Hello.
I think she's muted still.
I was gonna say, Jim, our resident moral compass, says we should read those runes.
That would be great if we had someone who could.
I think Backpack can.
I think we just. Do we want to go to this door, or do we want to go to the west?
Well, since you're already here, let's just go through this door. But
Okay.
that other door might be the direction of more bad guys to kick.
Also, this door might also be more direction for bad guys to kick. It's hard to say.
It's true. Could be bad guys everywhere.
So quiet.
I know. Oh, Gabe is eating, which is, I appreciate that you have muted yourself for snacking.
Is it? Oh,
What's been going on in your life, Ian?
not much. Same old stuff.
How was 4th of July? Did you party?
We had a party on Saturday, which was fun. Lots of people. Probably 50 people. 60
Wow,
people.
that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
Okay.
It's 4th of July is the one we always have a party for.
Have we got everybody? No, Emily's not back yet. Okay.
We shoot off fireworks and everything, and we get that critical mass of kids, like 10 to 15, so they entertain themselves.
Yeah, the best amount of kids where they can just like wander off on their own and try not to die.
Yeah, they choose like the 2 oldest ones and just chase them with plastic things that they're using as improvised weapons. Which I'm okay with. And then I give them sparklers.
As one does.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta ask now, though. You're like, is it all right if I give your child a sparkler? Because some people are weird about that. But I'm like, have 2. When I listen, can I determine the size of that room?
From listening?
No.
No.
ready.
Is Emily here?
Yep.
Woohoo. Let's face roll these guys.
Okay. So you check the door. You are able to tell from looking at it that this door has not been opened in a very, very long time. Despite the fact that these
Bodes
guys were
perfectly
hanging
well.
out.
I wonder if there's a reason for that.
Is there like a lock or anything or a keyhole?
It actually, there is it's not locked. You should just be able to push it open as far as you can tell.
Can we
Can
check
I
the
look?
traps?
Can I look around the top for like loose stones?
No, don't see any loose stones.
Any
Going to
particular
stand
sharp
very
things in
far
the door?
back.
No, okay, no sharp things. I heard Allah. Gabe, what was?
Dane is going to stand very far back.
Okay.
Are the hinges visible?
No, it pushes open.
Okay, can I stand back and push it open with the pole?
Yes.
I would like to do so.
Okay.
Everyone stands clear, I assume.
Yep.
All right. So you push the door open, and it opens, and so you are able to see beyond it that there is a corridor that leads forward 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right to the extent of your vision, about 60 feet, where it turns toward the left. Doesn't appear to be anything suspicious or anything like that in the corridor.
Is it
about
about the, sorry,
10
is
feet
it
wide.
about the same width as the hallway was that went into it, or?
Yes.
10 feet?
Yeah, it's a 10-foot corridor.
So what are we thinking? I think those halflings would probably be to the west, to the other one.
Yeah. I mean, I like the idea of going down this weird unexplored space, but we should probably save those little guys. If anything, for dinner.
Yeah, so we'll go down that through the other room and go to that western door.
You
Emily,
mean
I don't know.
inviting them to dinner, right?
Yeah, of course, sure.
That's
gonna-
definitely the other Jordoba group that you're thinking.
Yeah,
They'll
no,
bleed
no
together after a
cannibalism here.
Dane will run them down.
So you guys are going to leave this door and go to the other one?
Yeah, let's just
Okay.
close this door back up if we can.
Put it out,
All right.
you guys.
So you close the door, leave the door behind, go around the corner. There's the little fresco. Here are some of the people. You go through into this next room that has the one door leading out.
All right, let's check that door and then slip through it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
well-
is that Curzon
well,
doing that?
I'll listen at it again.
Okay, so Curzon goes up and listens to it. Let me roll your perception check. Okay, you hear something that is making a sort of I don't know. It sounds like somebody shoveling dirt.
I'll say, someone's digging.
Scrape, thump, scrape, thump, scrape, thump.
We should be
It sounds
careful.
like a cereal.
Right.
Is the door appear to be locked? Is there like a lock, or is it
Nope.
just push or pull like the others?
Just yeah, this one you can pull open.
I can pull it open.
Mhm.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna get behind Curzon's and have an arrow knocked and ready to go in case there's a baddie on the other side, and not halfling slave labor.
Going to be watching 6 as usual, and also already kind of watching both ways.
Okay.
Ready with a crossbow bolt behind the way the doors will swing open.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are ready, and you open the door. And let me just make sure I get this. Okay, so there is. All right. So you open the door, And inside, you're seeing a relatively small room. There is another exit from the room, which goes to the. There are actually, it's this room. There are two exits from the room, in the southern part of it. So one to the left, one to the right in the corners. And I don't have those marked in there. But what is in there is in the middle of the floor, there is what for a moment looks like it's a pool. But you realize after a moment that what it is it's a circle of sort of churning dirt that is chunks of it sort of rise up and fall onto a metal channel, and the metal channel leads toward the south and then through an opening, and the opening is only about 4 feet in height. It's got a little arched.
So it's halfling size.
Halfling size, yeah. Even a little short for halflings. And so the dirt lands on this little metal channel, and then it begins. It's odd. It almost looks like it's pulling itself forward down this channel. Okay, so the
dirt or rocks?
It is. It's a mix of both, but there's an awful lot of dirt in it for the fact for where you are. It's a little odd that it's pulling up dirt rather than all rock.
And the dirt, like the level, doesn't seem to be decreasing.
No, it doesn't. So it's almost as if it's being pushed up or pulled up. So the situation is you've got the room. You guys have come in. There are two doors. There's that small exit to the south, and then there is a door. That exit. I'm sorry. That exit leads. It's in the southern part of the room, but it leads toward the west. Then there is a door that leads to the east.
So it's a door we came in, and then a door straight across from it.
Well, no, it's a door catty corner. It's opposite, but it's at the south wall, whereas you guys are coming in at the north.
I don't know what to make of this roiling dirt thing.
Can we get around? Can we walk through the room without getting into the dirt thing in the center? Like,
yes.
Is there enough stone on the wall?
Does it appear to be more of a mechanical thing, or is it maybe something supernatural?
It's kind of both, in the sense that you guys can't think of any technology that would make that happen, but it's happening with a regularity, and it's doing it all by itself.
But do we see like a metal corkscrew in the middle, like lifting dirt up if you look carefully?
No. When you look, it's just as if the earth is climbing up by itself, and so that looks supernatural.
And I don't spot any gems in there, huh?
This is very interesting.
If only Albrecht were here to tell us what was going on.
Now, after you're watching it for a little while, yeah, a little gem starts its way.
I'll grab it.
Toward that thing. Okay. When you do that, you're shocked by electricity. As soon as your hand sort of goes in over the top of that channel, you take 2 points of damage.
But do I get the gem?
Nope, because it sort of shoots your hand back.
Can I knock it off with a pole?
I'm going to try to mage hand it out of.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now you're thinking with magic.
So Dwarven Warlock does the whole spell casty thing, and yes, you're able to lift it up as it.
Yeah, I'll just sort of pass it over to Kurzem. Here you go, my friend.
Okay.
So you guys go on. Dane and I will stay here. We've got some work to do.
I mean, just for my clarification, does your mage hand appear like a normal hand, or is it like a little beard in the shape of a hand?
It actually manifests as long, elongated hairs out of my beard that just go and wrap around things and then move them around.
Okay.
No, it's probably just a little dwarf hand.
A dainty
It's a little cursor, the white glove.
Dainty Piotr hand. So
Wow.
thinking,
This is well, you know, at least Dainty Piotr Kai hand is maybe able to like, not to get shocked away by little electricity. Oh no, static. So
all right, I'm gonna
shocking.
move around this towards the other door.
Just before we start moving through there, because there is a lot of dirt, are there any footprints around?
Well, actually, there's not any dirt other than in that sort of dirt pool and then the little channel leading out. However, being a ranger, you are able to see big footprints and also very, very faint, as if they came in several days ago, 2 sets of halfling footprints, and all of those head to the door, not to the little archway where the dirt's moving.
So the halflings are in them.
Yeah, it smells
We're
like
gonna
the
have to run them
halflings went
down
that
to the
way.
Follow them, quick.
Okay. Gonna check the door or just slam on
Check it.
through? Okay. You check it. Let's make your perception roll, and you do not find anything odd with the door.
All right, and looking at the poking the stones on the top and stuff, nothing's
Nothing.
loose.
Nope.
All right.
In fact, the door looks like it's well greased and in fairly constant use.
I will open it.
Okay, you open it. You see a 10-foot wide corridor. It leads to the east about 50 feet and then turns to the south.
All right. Do you want to go ahead, or do you want me to scout a little bit ahead?
Wait, it goes to the east or the west?
East.
I think scouting is smart.
Do you want to come with me, little backpack?
We just went in a door,
Can I-
and which side did we go in a door?
East
Did we
wall.
open it?
You were coming in from.
You're fine. I just
Okay.
spun it around.
I have an east. I do have an east-west problem. So
I know.
I
That's
may
why I
have
asked, and then I turn my map. That's all it takes.
all right, yeah. No, yeah. I may have been giving you easts and wests in a sort of jumbled mix all the way through. So sorry about that.
No, I just need this
It
room
is
reference.
very confusing dungeon full of twisty little caverns.
Yep.
Might be east, might be west. Who really knows?
I should really do left and right.
So we will go down the corridor.
Okay. That's to your left from inside this room from where you came in. That's not. It's to your right. Fuck. Yeah. Close.
Whatever Ian has is
Yeah.
what it is,
That's
apparently.
We'll go with that.
That's exactly right. Okay, so so you go down the corridor. You guys get to the point where it turns. Now you're moving stealthily.
Yes.
All right, so you look around the corner and you see that the corridor goes to the south for 30 feet, and then it opens up into a room. And you can see there in the room one halfling who is chained up and looking in pretty bad condition. And there is also, you can see the room is lit by a torch, and you can see a shadow of somebody else moving around in the room, but they're not directly in your field of view. The halfling's eyes widen as it sees you. Okay, and then Steve holds up a finger in front of his lips, and the halfling just sort of looks around and doesn't do anything, but it starts pointing its head to the side, and you're able to see that's where the shadow is coming from as well. So
Is it a big shadow or a little halfling size shadow?
it's bigger than a halfling.
Okay.
Hard to tell because it sort of depends on how close it's standing to whatever the light source is.
And it's the shadows moving, right?
Okay, the halfling nods at Steve because Steve over there is making a cut your throat gesture, and it's pointing toward the thing. So it's giving off definite that's an enemy signal. Somebody else was asking a question too.
Shadows moving.
You don't know. You're back in that room.
Wait, what?
Hey,
Oh, is it just Steve forward?
It's
just
just
Steve.
It's
And
no, it's
backpack.
not just Steve. It's Steve and Backpack.
Okay. So they're all, so should we go back and get them?
man, if it's just one guy, we could probably take him out.
Mm.
But we can go get him if you want. It just if we go
You
get the
stay
other.
here. I'll
Okay.
run back.
All right.
So-
if he starts going at me, I'm gonna shoot him though.
Let me ask the important question.
Not the halfling.
Did Dane and I see any more gems?
No, you're thinking it might be days before another one comes out. You just at the rate of dirt speed moving. Dane knows that based on volume and likelihood of gems, it might be some days before that. But our Hammer Stroll is just sitting there waiting for the next gem.
Well, I take a chalk so we can do the equations on the wall. So we.
You don't know
So
what you've got no idea what the equations are.
Well, no.
Basically,
I give it to him that way.
The dwarves
okay.
are holding debate. I'm trying to do mathematics, and we are discussing the relative probabilities. While they are off exploring caverns, we are discussing probabilities of being more gems.
Okay, so you guys are talking about probabilities of more gems when Steve pokes his head around the corner.
No backpack.
Backpack does.
Oh,
Steve is
okay.
standing guard.
All right, oh,
Yep.
that's right, because he was going to shoot him, and you were worried it was the
Just-
halfling. All right, so Backpack pokes her head around the corner, manages to get your attention.
What is it?
We've got a situation. We found one of the halflings. My cousin.
Why didn't you bring him?
He's being guarded by something menacing. We need your help. Hurry!
So you realize that we'll ruin any surprise, right?
Just come. And I'm
All
gonna
right.
dash down the hallway
Hey,
again
Billy, I
ahead of
think
them.
just come. He was guy down at Elven City, right? I don't think he came with us.
Very nice. That's on the order of of managing to get a "Don't call me Shirley" joke out.
Okay, well, we visit. Just come when we come back. I think he runs brothel.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Anyway, yes, let's go save your halfling brother.
We're a family-friendly show, guys.
Hobbits.
Yeah.
What? Is,
Tell
I
your
don't-
kids.
What's the joke? I don't understand.
Not
Okay,
since-
yes.
Not since Zach Glazer did his appearance on I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
so he had it right there. Yeah,
All right,
people.
so
Okay.
I
I'm
was-
sorry. I did not mean to completely sidetrack. Yes, let's
Okay.
go save little friend.
Okay,
I will
Ian, do you come
stealthily
along?
walk with plate mail down that hallway.
Okay, so
I will be silent by comparison.
okay. You guys are actually both, just Steve. You make him jump when you guys arrive. So what do you?
Decently quiet.
You've got a 30-foot run down to this room.
I will ready a spell.
All right. You guys head down the hall.
Wait, what edition am I playing? I don't have to ready a spell.
Fifth.
do I?
This is fifth, yeah.
Do we know what it is? The shadow thing. What is it? Any ideas?
Okay, so we've got a
Let's roll.
question being asked out loud. We roll
Silent,
again.
quietly.
I'll-
Very.
I'm gonna throw a copper piece at the halfling. Just like throw a copper piece into the
Okay.
room.
So there's a little ting 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 next to the halfling, and something comes into view.
I
It's
cast
another.
my spell.
Okay, it's another one of those beast men with the big curling horns, and it's come over to see what the sound was. And you cast your spell, and it's what?
And I shoot.
I cast sacred flame at him.
Okie dokie.
So that's a saving throw for him at a Dex 13, which I surprised him. So he's gonna have disadvantage, right?
Yeah, I'll
I
give
don't
you
think for
advantage.
saving throws.
Shh, hey, come on.
No, it's-
Mechanics are for cars.
he's got him from behind. It's pretty good. So, the fact of the matter is, it didn't matter anyway because my first roll was a fail on the save. So, I thought I'd give it to you. Just make you feel better about the whole thing about being a dwarf in plate mail.
Yeah,
Um,
it does. It does. You should always feel good about that.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
8 damage.
Okay.
So is that going to give advantage?
What? You
Oh,
do not
I
have advantage,
I
no.
believe
No.
Sacred Flame grants. Oh, that's right. That's the one that doesn't grant
Guiding
advantage.
bolt
That's-
is one that grants.
Guiding-
advantage.
That's the OP first level spell that does like
So good.
70, 8d6, 49 d6.
But you know,
uh,
most classes, or at least Bard and Cleric, have like amazing OP like first level spells. Everyone else like meh.
I haven't been using it because I feel like Matt and I have a tacit agreement that if I don't use it on him, he won't use it on me.
That
Reasonable.
it was kind of that way with guiding bolt. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I've stopped. I'm backing off and
Well, I'm gonna try to finish it off with some arrows.
Okay. Now, how much did you do again? 5?
8.
You said
8.
8. Okay.
Wow, that's pretty decent.
maximum. It was an 8 on a d8.
Okay.
Nice.
What does just Steve do? Shooting?
Shooting him. And
Okay.
I'm assuming we get surprise on him.
Yep.
Which doesn't really matter because it's a load of to hit, and second attack is a 15 hit.
No. This guy is armor class 16.
Oh, well, in
wearing-
that case,
Yeah, he's wearing ring mail and carrying
The-
a shield.
extra attack does not connect, but it's still 21 points of damage.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Sharpshooter,
So-
man.
You missed. Oh, I missed my bonus attack. I only did 20.
Well, if I got the bonus attack, it's another 2d8.
Jesus.
That's just sick. We're gonna really consider taking that away from you, Ala.
This is
All in
this is
favor,
just
say
sharpshooter.
All
aye.
in favor, say aye. Aye.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll
Aye.
pick a
Nobody
different
should be voting for
subclass.
this except for
I-
Matt. Like,
Yeah, I
all of
didn't
us
put my hand up.
on
I
Ala's
mean, I can
side.
pick a different ranger
Well,
subclass.
The,
it's
the
fine.
couch is very comfortable. I have no problem
Sleeping on the
Just not-
couch, right?
Wow. Wow.
All right. Well, we did
Trail
not
here.
manage to achieve the full vote there, and my guess is that Zach also would not have voted in favor of that. So he might have, though, being Zach.
Just you wait. Pick something more stupid.
All right. So that does not kill it. Backpack. What do you do?
I fired a crossbow bolt with an 18 to hit.
Full
Nice.
damage.
I could not find my D8 there. Ooh, minimum damage, but that's still a 7.
Nice.
Okay.
That +6 dexterity bonus.
Yeah.
He is
Big time.
still up, and Dane. Has Dane done anything yet? Yes, you cast. Didn't you? No, that
Mm.
was Ian. Okay, what do you do?
So there's this thing. It is another one of these beast people.
Yes, but this one has little fetishes and feathers all dangling from him, and he's got tattoos that are mystical. So he's definitely a leader of some kind. It looks like.
So of course, this is probably the worst spell I can do. But his beast person looks like kind of big ram's head sheep type
Yes.
thing. He's got like what's word for sheep fur? It is
Please.
Ram?
that's
Hair.
the one.
His
He's got
hair.
like fleece hair stuff.
Oh, fleece.
Okay.
Fleece is a sheep and hair is a goat. So
Well, either way, I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force on this thing, and I'm going to make him imagine big, monstrous shepherd person with shears coming
Okay.
to clip him.
That's a way to use Phantasmal Force.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
It
So
is.
it has to make. I believe it's intelligence investigation check versus my spell save DC, which is going to be DC 12 because I'm a terrible warlock.
okay, so
Every-
yeah, it doesn't. That doesn't phase him at all. He turns around. He sees the 4 of you there, and you can almost see the little D4 rolling in his head. And he points his finger at just Steve and casts Guiding Bolt.
Oh, dick.
All right. It's this out. I guess I'm gonna have to cast that back now.
That's a dex save, right?
You
Yeah.
just broke our guiding bolt truce. Andy's gonna have an advantage when he gets you next time.
Well,
Don't forget that, Matt. You have to target her again.
well, dex saves are something I'm really freaking good at, and it's a 22. So, boop.
It isn't a dex save. It's a hit roll.
Oh, is it to hit roll?
Oh yeah,
With guiding bolt?
guiding
What else
bolt is
Is it ranged
a hit
attack?
roll. Yep. So you're gonna have his spell casting bonus. You're probably like between +5 and +10, depending on how tough he is. I'd go with
Man.
+10. I mean,
Well, I'll be damned. It is. Okay, it's a
Wow.
ranged. It's
Okay.
a ranged attack. Okay. So he rolls 10. I bet that doesn't hit.
That might hit if he's got like a decent score.
he's got like a +8. Then so it's proficiency bonus plus the stat bonus.
Yeah. No, it's just that only gets him up to a +3 to a 10. So he misses. So there's a splash against the back wall of this unpleasant-looking black light that sort of whizzes past Steve's head, and it lingers, causing shadows for a moment on the back wall, and then dissolves into the air.
Dude.
So beautiful. I mean, oh, that's horrible.
Whoa.
All right, roll initiative.
God damn it.
Wow.
Any,
They're my
anybody 20?
crap rolls.
No. Of
All right.
course not.
In 20, anybody have a 20? In 20, he casts it again. Now this time, which of you is wearing the weakest type of armor?
Not it.
Might be me.
Can't
I'm
wearing
in
leather.
studded leather and a wooden shield.
Okay.
I'm just in
and-
regular leather, but I'm spry?
Yeah. Sprightly.
Sprightly even.
Gabe, what kind of armor are you wearing?
It's a very, very nice chain shirt.
Okay. So it's going to
Very,
be
very
one
nice.
of our.
The +1.
Yeah, he just decided.
I don't know if that's obvious, but
He's
yes.
he's gonna shoot Steve again.
That's reasonable.
This time, you're not sure what happens. It goes wide and it doesn't even come down the hallway toward you guys.
We don't know what he casts.
He's
Yeah.
really bad at this.
All right, so that was in 20,
I almost feel bad for this dude. I feel like I should show him how to like hit things.
19, 18, 17, 16.
That's me.
All right, there we go.
Okay. I will. Let's do another vicious mockery on him.
Okay.
This is what shall we say? I'll say, "Thou dankish plume-plucked foot-licker."
Okay.
I'm gonna have to
Let's
start
give-
using that.
That's a saving
part.
throw. Let's see. Oh, he is not impressed by this.
Oh.
Those are apparently terms of endearment in this society. So, yeah.
Call him something nice.
He just
Does it have the
grinned.
opposite effect, like heal him 1d4 damage?
Almost, yeah.
I
All
bet
right.
you make excellent cookies and you share them with your mom.
Okay, that was in like 18 or something, right? So 17, 16, 15, 14. Wow. 13.
I think 8 is our next, right?
It's 5th edition that we're playing, right? Okay. 14, 13, 12, 11,
8?
10, 9. All right, Ian, it's
Hey.
you.
It's not
It's-
me. It's
Oh,
it's
okay.
Allah.
I think
Oh,
it's
we're not-
just Steve.
Yeah.
We're not to me yet.
Okay.
All right,
Arrows
come on,
in.
rolls. I'm gonna sharply shoot him. Hopefully, connect. We'll see. Nope, I rolled 7. So
Wow.
Can't
Things
do
are
this.
not going our way
We're
this
just-
time.
we're just like blooping at each other, and nothing effective is
I
happening.
know. In a second, he's going to just step out of the way. Okay. That was Steve, and that was in
Is
8.
Dane
7.
will also go on 8.
Okay.
I'm going to. Dane will cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Roll the hit.
It will be 16, 18.
Okay, that's going to be a hit.
Come on, not a 1, not a 1. is 10 max damage.
Oh.
10 points of damage. Okay. So the Eldritch, so little
Big
little arc of
big arc.
blue shoot comes out and hits him, and then it's big. It sort of flares up right as it makes contact with him, almost in the shape of a beard. And I don't know how that would look.
It throws a beard at his face.
Yeah, exactly.
It will look glorious. It's just
That's
beard. He suddenly his beard. It is burning him alive, but he
I
has
cast
one.
Ranged face hugger.
This is now form of Eldritch Blast. Just
Okay,
saying.
so you blow him backward, and he falls backward and lies still.
I'll move forward.
Oh.
Okay. You move forward into the room. This is clearly a sort of noisome bedroom. It's got skins, animal skins and furs piled up in one
That's
corner.
nice.
Poor halfling. What was he using him for?
There's the halfling sitting there,
Tied up
And-
in his bedroom. Jeez.
and there is also a treasure chest there, and there is a door in the definitely west wall, Ian, in the middle of the west wall, leading to the west.
It's a 30 by 30 room.
30 by 30 room.
Is anyone particularly good at picking locks?
Maybe.
Or I mean, this guy
Yeah.
might have a set of keys on him. What
If,
I'm
if
banking
you
on.
give me
Well, let's-
give me
let's
options of
search
like
them.
2, 3, 4 locks, I will be happy to pick one.
Okay, and the
Alright.
halfling says, "Thank you so much for rescuing me, but quickly, you have to go through that door and rescue Pippin."
Just Pippin?
Trademark.
Fuck.
No, he
okay.
said
No.
he said Pepin.
His
Pepin.
his
Oh, yeah,
name
it's-
is Hippin. He's very cool.
All right, Pepin. All right, so Pepin, you have to go and rescue Pepin because they're going to sacrifice him to the giant pylon.
How many of them were there? Can we unlock him too since we're there?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, so you're able to get Elderberry untied and everything, and so yeah, Elderberry says, it's some sort of thing that takes dirt out of the ground and turns it into magic power, and it's got and look what it's done to me, and there's like a little lump of elderberry skin that seems to have turned into rock.
That's awesome. You must be super happy about that.
Well,
Yeah.
she doesn't look all that happy about it, really.
How many of the Beastmen were there with that took him?
We got kidnapped by 4 of them.
No, that took. How do you know that he's through that door then?
We went in the other way.
What?
Oh, so
Oh,
you got
no, they-
taken. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's how I know. We went through the other way, and we saw the dirt thing, and then we saw the big machine where there's the sacrifice cabinet, and then we came down
it.
to where the pylon is, and then came through into here, and then about an hour ago they took Pepin, the shaman took Pepin into the room where the pylon and the living stone person are.
This wasn't the shaman.
It was the shaman that took Pepin in there.
So this guy that we just killed is not the shaman.
No, he is the shaman. He came back again.
Okay, you're so unclear. Come on, Elderberry, get it together.
She's like dealing with a lot right now.
Can we search the shaman really quick?
Yes. He's got 40 gold pieces on him. And
Does he have like big goat hat, or is that just his face?
that's his real face.
It's unfortunate.
Did you
It
rip
could
that
be
off
made
too?
into a hat. Why don't you take his head off?
Yeah.
We could make it into a hat.
Maybe we'll bring it to Dr. Smorgasborg.
Omnibus.
That's what I
He's the
said.
guy. He's the guy in Jordoba. If you want to get like really like super weird things, I
Fantastic.
hear he made a bugbear suit for like another elf dude.
I don't know. Is one thing to take like goat hat that somebody else is wearing and then wear it? It is another thing to take somebody else's head and goat hat out of it. I don't know. I'm not quite past that point yet.
Listen,
Give it to him.
every goat was a living thing at some point.
Every goat was a goat at some point.
Some goats are hats after.
He'd it be explode.
Okay. He's also got a potion on him.
Ooh, just Steve, taste this.
Steve like dips just like a little edge of a pinky and just attempts to identify it.
Okay. That is a potion of resistance against bludgeoning damage.
Oh, neat.
So half
That's
damage
awesome.
from bludgeoning damage. All right.
And there's
So,
a
all right,
chest.
guys. Now, at this point, it's 8:40. Okay, no, the chest has 100 gold pieces in it, but obviously the main thing is that potion.
Right.
And so at this point, where you guys are about to go into the clearly important room where Pepin the Halfling is about to be sacrificed, let's go ahead and call it on that cliffhanger, and then we'll pick it up next week.
And
Awesome.
if we're lucky, Albrecht is going to bounce out of that chest.
That's what the chest is for.
I
I put
expected
100 gold pieces in it, but the chest is for Albrecht.
I just sort of assumed we'd come back and he would be wearing skin of shaman. It's just
I thought he'd burst
Something
out of the shaman. Yeah.
or the hobbit, one of two.
We'll just give him an option. What maybe he bursts out of the
Or
halfling,
the
honestly.
churning earth thing will spit him out.
Yeah, it could. It
Ooh.
could.
Yes, it is.
So many options.
Thank you very much for the game.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
very